Ted Sudol. Welcome to PreciousMetalsInvesting.org. My name is Ted Sudol, and I'm here today with Paul Mlađenović, the author of Precious Metals Investing for Dummies and several other stock market books.
Good to be here, Ted.
Okay. We'd like to talk a little bit today about some of the current events that have been affecting the investment climate. Paul's predictions for what was going to happen turned out to be amazingly accurate, and he's been doing very well.
Well, you know, Ted, with all this tumult in the world today, I mean, people on the latest headlines now are, with the Libya and a lot of other, stress and crises across the globe. And, as you and I have talked off camera very often about how people should be preparing for this kind of stuff. I mean, obviously at a website like PreciousMetalsInvesting.org, we're very high on precious metals, obviously. But you end up finding out a variety of reasons why these things are necessary.
Right.
In other words, you see that the stock market took a hit, there. And, we have no idea if the next crisis is going to be next week or next month. There's a lot of stuff that's very precarious out there. I think, a lot of policies at the United States federal level, I think, are still doing lots of damage out there. We still have doing trillion-dollar things with things such as debt. I'm worried about the municipal crises. So the bottom line is, I can't think of a better time for people to get in on gold and silver, as part of their overall financial, strategies, their overall portfolio. You know what I mean, Ted?
I agree with you. The precious metals, gold and silver, have been having a tremendous run-up. And I think that it's exactly the wrong time to be talking about a gold and silver bubble, as some investors are talking about.
You must have read my mind, because I'm hearing some of the commentators on the TV, etc., talking about how gold and silver are quote unquote unsustainable and it's a bubble. And what it tells me is that they don't understand what a bubble is. I mean, there are bubbles out there, and they are in the midst of popping. I mean, some of them you may not think. Well, first of all, a good example of a bubble is what's happening right now with the municipal finance.
Yes.
They have $1 trillion worth of debt, and there's even unrest and angst, at the municipal worker level. And you see problems in Wisconsin and so many other places. Mm-hmm. I think this is just the start. There's lots of municipalities that are going to be, they're popping from the finance. They cannot sustain this. They are a problem. So I tell people, look, you better be very, very careful and very, very selective about municipal bonds, because there's a great deal of counterparty risk there,
Right.
But gold and silver being in a bubble, I think that's, let's see, what's a good word? Nonsense.
I think that's a good word also, because for a long time, a lot of advisors have been saying, if you want your money, something safe, put it in municipals. And I think that we can see from what's happening today in the news and from the stories you read every day that municipals are not a safe place to have your money.
Yeah, again, being ultra selective is going to be very important here. I mean, there are safe municipals out there, but as a general category, I think the risks far outweigh any potential gains you might be looking for in this category. And look, Ted, this is not like we just figured this out yesterday. I mean, I'm pretty sure you and I had a conversation well over 2 years ago about how this thing is trending.
Exactly.
We're worried about this stuff.
Exactly.
And my thinking is that some people might see that a lot of these municipalities might end up being bailed out by the federal government. All right. Well, the government itself is having a hideous time. And if they do bail them out, which I think is really not the way to go, they have to slash spending. There's no way around it to really be heading back to a healthy status. But if they bail them out, you know what that means? They're going to print up lots of what?
Lots of money.
Lots of money and dishing out lots of debt. And this just makes the markets more precarious. And of course, the inflation will keep on bubbling up.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, not there. The word bubble makes sense here, Mm-hmm. But in any case, right now, Ted, just to put a marker on this video, what was gold and silver lately?
Very
testing Ted.
very good, very good. I think when we first started talking about it, it was like $15, and now it's about $34.
Yeah, we're talking about silver,
Yeah.
right? Right now, so silver actually, we're talking about it's roughly in a ballpark of give or take 36,
Right.
Gold is
So I guess I was sleeping the last 2 days.
gold is north of 1400, and so it's back near its record highs. And look, I mean, could these things pull back tomorrow? Sure, but a correction is not a bear market. A correction is not a pullback in an asset. It doesn't mean that a bubble popped, because to me, it's just like when I give people the example of like if it does pull back, and normally I know metals usually pull back in the summertime, maybe a month earlier, maybe a month later, you might see a vicious sell-off. Who knows? Who knows? If people are in dire straits because of their municipal bond your portfolio, they may need to cash and sell off their gold and silver, which means you'll see that pull back. But no, as I've mentioned very often in my seminars and in my writings and our conversation, right? Gold and silver are in a bull market, but bull markets zigzag upward, whereas bear markets zigzag downward. So where do you want to be? Keep on the one that's zigzagging upward, obviously, and remove your assets from the one that's zigzagging downward. All right, but no, gold and silver, the supply and demand fundamentals, very strong. The problems with geopolitical situations and the economic situations across the globe tell you that probably the best is yet to come for gold and silver. So stay tuned on that, right?
I believe you're right. The best is yet to come.
Should I make a prediction now, Ted, or what?
Make a prediction.
Okay.
You've been accurate so far.
Well, we'll timestamp. This is March 2011, but you will see gold north of 2,000. Could it happen this year? Maybe. Next year? Maybe. I'm not that worried about the timing of it because, I'll always be off a few weeks or a few months either way. But you will see gold north of 2,000. Silver? Well, as many people already know, I've been saying that it's going to be heading to 50, and you'll see it. It could easily be 50 this year, maybe early next year. Again, I don't know, but you will see silver not only at 50, but eventually you will see silver at triple digits. So stay tuned for that.
Okay, well, thank you very much for stopping by and visiting us here at preciousmetalsinvesting.org. Check out some of the other videos and some of the other articles that we have that you can read and basically gain some additional information that will help you prosper in the future. And also visit Paul's website,
which is ravencapitalist.com. Ravencapitalist.com. Thank you, Ted. And it's a pleasure for me to be active with this website, preciousmetalsinvesting.org. Thank you.
Thank you.